Kylie Jenner might be pregnant, which is interesting news but also the best imaginable press for the Keeping Up with the Kardashians 10th anniversary special that airs on Sunday. They have an entire decade of their family's dramatic ups and downs to cover, but obviously there are some highlights that they couldn't gloss over. One of them being Lamar Odom's overdose. In the sneak peek below, Khloe talks about when she first received the news, which she later learned was false, informing her that Lamar Odom had died. It might not seem like that long ago, but it was nearly 2 years ago when Lamar Odom had a very serious medical event while in a Las Vegas brothel. At the time, it was really unclear if he was going to survive. The Kardashians got blasted for filming Keeping Up with the Kardashians at the hospital. You know, the usual. People accused them of being vultures, of using Lamar's near-death experience for publicity and drama, etc. But this was a genuinely upsetting thing for them. Lamar was family, and not just to Khloe. In fact, that's how the topic came up at the reunion special, as you can see in the sneak peek below. This anecdote, in which the Kardashians relive this dramatic and traumatic moment when they first got the news about Lamar, starts with Kendall. Kendall Jenner was asked about what was, in all of her years of filming the show, the hardest scene or moment to film. Kendall sort of pivots. She instead describes the day that was the hardest, for her, to do any sort of work. This was, of course, when she heard the news of Lamar Odom's overdose. I landed in London and the first text that popped into my phone, it was from Kim and it had said, "Lamar passed away." Now, that was not true. Bear with her, for a moment. I, immediately started sobbing on the plane. Then the next text came through saying, "Okay, actually he's okay, he's alive, but he's not doing well." Again, Lamar was family. That's not easy for anyone to deal with. Khloe, who was of course closer to Lamar and this story than any of her siblings, talks about what that moment was like for her. On the plane, they said he died. Someone faked it. Kim explains what happened. Someone made a fake account and emailed me with the wrong information. That's a nasty, inexcusable thing to do to someone. To anyone, not just to a celebrity. Khloe's personal emotional reaction was not subtle. She was inconsolable. "I was screaming." Lamar Odom has insisted that he wasn't on drugs, or even drunk, that night at the brothel. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with visiting a brothel of voluntary sex workers, just as there's nothing wrong with sex work itself. Many were scandalized by his circumstances at the time, but it's important to note that he wasn't cheating on Khloe. Lamar and Khloe were, at the time, still legally bound, but they were definitely exes. Thankfully, Lamar has since recovered,